Reggie Johnson was a popular kid in high school. He had a way with the girls, excelled at sports, and even made the honor roll. Life was good. His world was good, and it revolved around him. Marlon, his best friend since kindergarten, always had his back. They were close and did everything together. Reggie remembers a drone prank he and Marlon pulled on one of his teachers that almost got them both expelled. Those were the good old days. When it came time to graduate, Reggie was ready to make new memories. He knew it would be hard to say goodbye to his friends and his family for the next few years, but he was excited to go to a Big Ten college, the first in his family to reach such an achievement. The future looked bright. But only a week into the semester, Reggie's expectations began to sour. He found that he had nothing in common with his roommate, and he learned that he was no longer a big fish in a small pond. He didn't know anybody, and no one tried to get to know him. Reggie felt alone for the first time in his life. Then, a couple of weeks later, he learned that his parents were getting a divorce. They started the paperwork 2 years ago, but didn't want to make it official until Reggie, the youngest of their 3 children, had moved out. News of the divorce devastated Reggie. The one stable thing in his life had crumbled. Nothing would ever be the same. Reggie sat, depressed, thinking of all he had lost in just a month's time. He lost his popularity, he lost his best friend, and he lost his nuclear family. Life was not good. 3 days later, out of the blue, Reggie got a call from Marlon. For the first time in a long time, Reggie smiled. Marlon sounded so excited. He couldn't wait to tell Reggie the good news. His life had changed. He felt like a new person. Marlon had made the decision to follow Christ. Reggie could hardly believe it. Marlon never seemed the religious type. He wasn't a bad guy, but he wasn't a saint either. Now, all of a sudden, he was a Christian. After talking for what seemed like hours, Reggie hung up the phone conflicted. In high school, he and Marlon used to make fun of Christians. Now, his best friend did a total 180. Reggie couldn't decide if he was more upset that his friend had changed or that Marlon was happy and he was miserable. That night, Reggie reached a new level of depression. He sat alone in his bedroom, questioning his future, questioning his life. It is amazing, he thought, how life can change so quickly. And what about Marlon and his newfound faith? Was there anything to it? Is there really more to life? Is there actually a God? Reggie didn't know, but that night he thought he'd do something he'd never done before. He decided to send up a quick prayer just in case. He closed his eyes and simply said, "God, if you are real, let me know, because right now, life really stinks." Little did Reggie know, God was listening.